Yo, what is up, everybody? Big day. Bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. How is everybody doing? We have spent so much time together this election cycle through every tentpole event, it feels like. I went live right after the first assassination attempt. I went live before the debate, before the VP debate. We're spending everything together, and I want to go live over the next few days. And as we close this thing down, we can't get complacent. Who in chat has voted? I want you guys to tell me in chat. Type me or type I voted. Who's voted in this chat? So we have a few things to talk about here tonight. Patrick voted. Jevons, Fredericks, Tony. Hell yeah. That's the power of the collective internet community. We probably have like, out of the 1,500 people in here that it says for me, most of you guys have probably voted, which means we have a tangible impact on the ground in certain swing states. And statistically, some of you guys are voting in swing states, so that is amazing. But we've got a few massive things to cover tonight. Harris is going to appear on Saturday Night Live in just a little bit. She's often portrayed by actor Maya Rudolph, but tonight she's showing up as herself, and this is right off the back of this massive and Seltzer Iowa poll. Now, is VP Harris going to win Iowa by 3 points like this poll says? Probably not, but this poll is an amazing indicator. It shows a shift, not only in elderly women, but in independent women, and of course in younger women, which have already voted blue, but younger women are turning out massively. I see somebody voted in Michigan. That's amazing. Oh, we have some Iowa voters in here. Amazing. Nah. Hippopotamus said Jill Stein as a joke, but no. That's not a funny joke. We're taking this seriously. Voted for Kamala in Florida. Let's go. I see some Michigan. I see Arizona, San Diego, Georgia voter. You could be somebody in Georgia that decides the election. Please get out and vote, guys. I don't want to be telling you guys there's great news and you guys thinking that you can stay home. Of course, that is never my intention. But I don't think anyone's going to be staying home this cycle. You'd have to be effing crazy. But let's break down some of this news. First, Vice President Kamala Harris will make an appearance in just an hour or two on SNL this weekend, according to 3 people familiar with the planning. Most people learned when she made a surprise landing in New York City, and that shit spread around Twitter quickly. It'll be the last episode before the election with Chappell Roan, John Mulaney. Could that not be more perfect? Chappell Roan appeals to the perfect audience that VP Harris needs to. She's a young, massive artist who's Gen Z, who has millions of young women followers and young men followers. I like her stuff, but primarily young women, I'd say. So if they're all tuning into SNL and they see VP Harris, that is absolutely amazing. Albuquerque, New Mexico, hell yeah. I'm just hoping that this SNL episode can break out to broader audiences, because obviously people that watch SNL are probably already pretty left-leaning. Maya Rudolph, I mean, she's so good. Harris said of her impression on The View last month. She had the whole thing, the suit, the jewelry, everything. Jason Miller, the senior advisor to the Trump campaign, said SNL had been crushing her all season, and going on the show is crazy. It's obviously going to be a friendly environment. Presidential hopefuls from both major parties have made appearances on SNL. Thank you, Dolores, for joining the Mockler's Mafia. I appreciate that. Shout out, Dolores. We now have 2,800 people in here. I was just saying earlier, since we have about 3,000 people in chat, that means we have made a tangible impact with this community that we've built, with the voters that we have. Let's look at some other polls. Umish Voter says, final polls from the most reputable pollsters. Marist shows Harris +2 in Wisconsin, Harris +2 in Pennsylvania, Harris +2 in Michigan, and these are slim margins, but this would win us the election. Just these 3 states alone. Marquette, Wisconsin shows Harris +1. And then the Seltzer poll today, Harris +3 in Iowa. And we have a New York Times poll coming out tomorrow. And then Kamala Harris is going to do SNL off of the back of that and gain more name recognition. Meanwhile, Donald Trump at his rallies, really quickly, I hate to do this to you guys. Oh wait, hold up. Let me switch my audio input.
We will make...
Midas Cheryl, let's go.
We will make America healthy again. RFK Jr. is going to be in charge of that. Is that correct? He'll be in. We will make...
All right, people on Twitter are getting a little bit too high on hopium, which means they're hoping too much. But let's go through some of this and see what people are talking about. I don't want you guys to think this is going to be the reality, but someone said the 2024 election results, if every state shifted as much as the Seltzer poll thinks Iowa did, these would be the results. Could you imagine? It's not going to happen. Florida, we're not going to win Florida. I'm just going to say that right now. Trump's going to win Florida. It's Trump country nowadays. That would be insane. Oh, wow. So On Point Politics, a Trump supporter said, in 45 minutes, we'll see the results of the Ann Seltzer poll. No one has gotten the poll leaked to them. Guys, trust me, everybody on both sides of the aisle was looking for this poll, waiting for this poll. Oh, Roosevelt said, I'm in Wisconsin. I voted last week. I took off work from being a mail carrier for the past month to add this for her. Because of that, I got to meet her yesterday at a rally in Milwaukee. Oh, you got to meet VP Harris. That's amazing. Listen to this. This Trump supporter said, in 45 minutes, we'll see the results of the Ann Seltzer poll. No one has gotten the poll leaked to them. Anyone who says that is lying or trolling. See you in 45 minutes. And he says, you do realize this poll has been relatively accurate in Iowa, right? This is a Trump supporter. Everybody knows this pollster is accurate. 45 minutes later, he says, Ann, you're an embarrassment. Was the Diddy paycheck really worth it? No shot. This Trump supporter said within the same hour that Ann Seltzer is a relatively accurate pollster. Then he says, how much is the Diddy paycheck? Or is it all worth it? You know they are melting down. Someone said voted last week. Oh yeah, Kamala's on SNL tonight. That's what we were talking about. She's usually portrayed by Maya Rudolph, but she's showing up herself tonight. We might be able to watch it on stream. That is some really funny stuff. Let's check out what's going on at Trump's rally in North Carolina. Damn, he looks orange. He looks orange as hell tonight. But let's see what people are saying about Seltzer. How is everybody feeling? There's been an energy shift. Me liking every tweet on the timeline about the Seltzer poll.
I just love good news. Good news. I just love good news.
True. And did you guys see the betting markets are starting to flip as well? I don't know if anyone's been talking about this, but about 24 hours ago, Donald Trump was leading in all of the betting markets. This is one of the most popular ones. Predict it. Have you guys noticed that Kamala Harris has now shifted to being up? Oh, what's up with these pop-ups? Kamala Harris is now up in all of the betting markets, or at least this one. Let's check out Polymarket. I know everybody hates the betting markets, but they're a predictor of momentum. Kamala Harris is now up to 45% to Trump's 55%. He was up to 65% earlier. Polymarket, Trump is in free fall. Oh my lord, look at this. Over the past 24 hours, Trump went from 65%, like I said. That's where it was the last time I checked, like yesterday or the day before. And Trump has lost 11 points on Polymarket. And Polymarket isn't a good predictor of the election results, but it's really good for seeing trends. You can kind of see the vibe shift happen. You guys felt the vibe shift in September, and then in October, it kind of felt like Trump was heading for a victory. And now, ever since probably the Puerto Rico comment, the vibes are shifting massively. Let's go over to Predict It. Predict It, again, is one of the largest prediction websites, and it now has VP Harris up 56 cents or percent to Donald Trump's 49. Amazing stuff. Trump is tanking just like Truth Social. Yeah, let's see if he's responded to this at all. He's going to call Ann Seltzer a communist. Oh yeah, no, he's live right now in North Carolina. We were going to check out what he's saying there.
Bertie told me that we're leading in New Jersey. What's that all about? Huh? We love New Jersey.
Again, this is called mirror politics, where you just mirror everything that's going on in reality. So when there's a great poll that comes out for Harris in Iowa, you just say you're leading in New Hampshire. It's hilarious. We're leading in Iowa. And also, we got some amazing polls. Let me pull up this YouGov poll that I made a video on earlier. You guys can check out your states as well in this YouGov poll. So in North Carolina, YouGov has VP Harris up by 1 percentage point. That is massive. What's up, everybody? What's up, Susan? What's up, Ronnie? In North Carolina, what states do you guys want to see? All of the states are right here. Let me pull them on screen. Let's go through some of these because this was a big pollster that released 55,000 people across the country. All right, let's go through some of these. Alabama, 39 VP Harris, 60 to Donald Trump. Arizona, Kamala Harris is down by only 2 points. A lot of people want to see Arizona. So Arizona, they polled 1,600 people in Arizona, and she's down by 2 points, which is honestly within the margin of error. If we see a shift in Arizona, sorry, I've been recording all day, that's similar to the shift that we saw in Iowa, VP Harris would absolutely sweep in Arizona by multiple percentage points. You guys want to see New York? We'll get down to that. Sean says, anyone that doesn't know North Carolina, he's in Gastonia, which is a super rural area. It's no shock Lemmings are cheering for him there. North Carolina, VP Harris being down by 2 points is very good. I know that she's down, but that is amazing. Colorado, of course, VP Harris is going to win comfortably. Same with California. And there are actually a few theories that since polls underestimated Donald Trump in 2016, they corrected in 2020, but then they underestimated him again, so they double corrected heading into 2024. And when they double corrected, to put it in simplistic terms, when they double corrected, they are now underestimating VP Harris, the entire blue ticket. And Ann Seltzer has always been known as the one to break precedent and show the real trends. For example, in 2016, polls were showing Hillary Clinton up in Iowa. Everyone was saying Hillary Clinton's going to win Iowa. Ann Seltzer comes out with the poll showing, no, Donald Trump is actually going to win Iowa by 11 to 12 points. Boom, he wins Iowa by 11 to 12 points. Same thing happens in 2020. Ann Seltzer comes out with the poll saying Biden's not going to win Iowa. But this time, yeah, Florida, I don't see Florida going blue, y'all. I know that's like a dream. I know we'd all love that. But I just vividly remember in 2020, do you guys remember Florida was the first state to really start reporting? And Florida had a massive red wave. I mean, the red wave in Florida, also part of it is demographic shifts. A lot of Republicans moved to Florida. Oh, you guys want to see Texas? Sorry, let me go over. Texas will be on the third page. Texas, Kamala Harris, 46, Donald Trump, 51 in Texas. This is a high-quality poll, y'all. And I don't see Kamala Harris actually being this close. Probably not 3 or 4 points, but 5 points right there? That would be insane. Pennsylvania, someone said. Kamala Harris, 49 to Donald Trump's 48 in Pennsylvania. If you guys are just joining, we're right now looking at the YouGov model because we've gotten a lot of good polling today. CNN polling shows VP Harris up in Michigan by 6 points, up in Wisconsin by, I believe, 4 or 5 points. YouGov polling shows all of these states very, very close. VP Harris is winning in PA. Now let's read a little bit more about VP Harris on SNL. I am curious. Barack Obama made a cameo in 2007 when he was seeking the Democratic presidential nomination. The following year, Sarah Palin went on the show just weeks before the election, and we all know how that turned out for her. Adam Kinzinger said, if I were Trump, I would be freaking out right now. Nobody had Iowa on the radar. And this is CNN just blasting that Seltzer poll. Great day for liberals. I bet you Jack Smith popped a bottle of wine. He's like, I'm not going to the gulags anytime soon. Let's scroll through Twitter. Sometimes it's kind of risky scrolling through Twitter, but hopefully we don't get anything crazy. Christopher Hale said the biggest takeaway from the Seltzer Iowa poll is that she's leading white women over 65 by 40 points. Do you guys want to read through the Iowa Seltzer demographics in a second? We can read through the demographics, and it shows that white women across the country, well, women of every demographic across the country are moving to Kamala Harris, but white women in particular are seeing a shift, a massive, massive shift. Yes, okay, let's read some of it. First, let's read some of the reactions so you guys know how big it is. Alex Cole said, the new Seltzer poll found women in the state largely favor Harris over Trump, 56% to 36%, while men support Trump by a narrower margin, 52 to 38, and independents in the state have flipped to support Harris, 46 to 39%, so imagine other states that are not red like Iowa. Also, farmers in Iowa have been hurt by Donald Trump's tariffs, or were hurt by Donald Trump's tariffs a lot during his first term. Swan Marcus says, other pollsters, quote, we need to hurt to protect our reputations. Ann Seltzer, what? Harris is going to win Iowa. Silver said that Ann Seltzer releasing that poll was brave, but if she's wrong, it's one near the end of an excellent career. Yeah, I mean, even if Ann Seltzer is wrong. Okay, here's the thing with this Iowa poll. Even if Ann Seltzer is off by 5 to 10 points, that's still a massive win for Kamala Harris. People were expecting this poll to be Trump plus 5, Trump plus 10 in Iowa, but it ended up being Kamala plus 3. Or was it 4? I think it was 3, right? Oh yeah, it was 3, 47 to 44. Christopher Hale says, celebrate the Seltzer poll for 90 seconds and get back to work. That is a good point. That is a very, very good point. Josh Marshall, the new Iowa poll is a guarantee that either Trump or Seltzer is toast. Only one can emerge alive. But honestly, even if Seltzer did release a poll that was super off, I think that boosts her credibility simply due to the fact that she was willing to release a poll that wasn't hurting like all of the rest. What's up, everybody? 70-year-old woman here in Michigan and voted totally. This is some amazing stuff. Just to recap the Seltzer poll. Democrat Kamala Harris leads Donald Trump in Iowa 47% to 44%. A new Des Moines Register Mediacom Iowa poll shows. A victory for Harris in Iowa, or even getting close in Iowa, even being 5 percentage points within Donald Trump in Iowa, I think would be a win across the country. This would be a shocking development after Iowa has swung aggressively to the right. The poll shows that women, particularly those who are older or politically independent, are driving the late shift towards Harris. There's actually a very real possibility that VP Kamala Harris has been courting this women vote, particularly the independent women in America, black and white women in America. I mean, just women all across America, younger women in America, every demographic could be shifting rapidly towards VP Harris. Oh, somebody wants to see Ohio for the polling that we were just looking at. We can find that. Ohio is 45% Kamala Harris to 54% Donald Trump. I don't think Kamala's winning Ohio. We got to be realistic. Ohio's not in play. And if I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, on election night, I don't see Iowa going blue. It's not that Iowa's going to go blue. It's just the fact that this poll shows some major shifts is what you guys need to understand. And let's read how accurate Seltzer is most of the time. Okay. This is why Seltzer has such a good reputation, guys. In the 2012 presidency, I'm going to start from the bottom here. Seltzer predicted a Democratic +5 win in Iowa. It was D +6. In the 2014 Senate race, they predicted R +7. It was R +8. The 2016 presidential race, they predicted R +7. It was R +9. The 2018 gubernatorial race, they predicted D +2. It was R +3. So the biggest error we've seen so far is a 5-point error. Even then, a 5-point error would be a Kamala Harris landslide. 2020 Senate shows R +4, it was R +7. 2020 President, R +7, it was R +8. The Senate in 2022 was spot on. If this is spot on or even close, that is game. That is game over right there. That being said, please vote. Now that we have 7,000 people in here, I want you to tell me what state you voted in if you've already voted. Drop a PA, drop an MI. I already voted in Indiana. That's where my residency is, the state of Indiana. Oh, the trolls are trolling tonight. That's how you know they're mad. We've got a Tennessee voter, New York. Oh, we've got a, okay. This here is going to demonstrate the impact that we have as a community, all of us together, the fact that we have this many people in swing states. I see PA, Texas, North Carolina, Ohio, North Carolina, Iowa. I see Washington, Wisconsin, Wyoming, New Jersey by mail. Dwayne Pittman says Florida, California, Texas, North Carolina, Florida. I see a lot of Californias. Indiana, what's up, Indiana? I see 2 or 3 North Carolinas, many Wisconsins. We got a lot of Wisconsinites in here. Oh, I see PA, Ohio, Florida. The point is, this chat together in totality can actually swing states slightly. Like if we had 10,000 people in here like we have before, that's the amount of votes Donald Trump was begging Brad Raffensperger for. Just begging Brad Raffensperger for. But I illustrated right here that these polls are very accurate. I still see a lot of, I just saw 3 Michigans in a row. Look at that. 3 Michigans in a row right here. Michigan. That's insane right there. 3 Michigans in a row means we're mobilizing a lot of Michiganites. But make sure you guys are all voting. Don't be typing your state in chat if you're not actually out there voting. I know you guys are, but William Buckley said, I have no idea if that Seltzer poll is right, but I have to respect her for not hurting and putting her balls on the table like this. That's a funny way to put it. Let's check out what Donald Trump's doing at his rally.
He is not in favor of IVF, fertilization. I am. I'm like the father. I consider myself to be the father of fertilization, remember?
Yikes. This dude's voice is just so bad. It's like his voice is completely blown out. Look at the lighting behind him. It's the dying throes of a political provocateur, as I always say.
He is not in favor of IVF.
And not in favor. Just absolutely terrible.
No, this is coming to an end. These rallies are coming to an end. We've been doing them, think of it, for like 9 years. We started a year before.
Don't threaten me with a good time, baby. The rallies are coming to an end. I'm more than happy to stop going to Trump rallies. Trust me.
This is coming to an end. These rallies are coming to an end. We've been doing them, think of it, for like 9 years. We started a year before.
Thank God. I see people in chat like good. I see people in chat like amazing.
A little birdie told me that we're leading in New Jersey. What's that all about, huh?
Oh yeah, we already watched this clip. He's absolutely delusional. Let's see what Tim Walz is up to. Now, I want to play some clips of Donald Trump versus our pro-democracy candidates now that we have 3 days. I want to talk to you guys about some polls, maybe answer some of your guys' questions. While I play these clips, can you guys let me know in chat what kind of pro-democracy content do you want to see after the election? In a year, I hope to not be covering Trump relentlessly during a Kamala Harris presidency. What do you want to see? Debates, pro-democracy debates, on-the-ground interviews, short film. There's so many things. Just breaking news stories about polling and data, local stories. Come up with, what are you guys thinking?
And all of you, the older folks will get this, younger folks, trust me, there'll come a day. Someday you're going to be sitting on that porch. You're going to be in that rocking chair. And a little one's going to come up to you after been in school where they've been studying the 2024 election. And they're going to ask, when everything was on the line and the American experiment was on the line, and there was somebody running who asked to be a dictator and to overturn the Constitution and talk about using the military against our own people, what did you do to stop that from happening? And you're going to be able to say every damn thing we could.
It's going to be so refreshing to have a normal dude as the VP. Tira, thank you so much. He said, thank you for all you do, Adam. I appreciate that more than you know. Jeff, thank you for the donation. He says he can fix it. He can't even fix his makeup or his hair, to be honest. Umi Andrews, thank you for the donation. It's going to be so nice to have Tim Walz, like just a normal dude as the VP.
$25,000 down payment assistance help. That gets you in the door. You want to start a small business? The average small business costs about $40,000 to get off the ground to have your American dream. We give a $5,000 tax credit right now for that. That's not enough. Kamala Harris is proposing a $50,000 tax credit to small business owners to get them off the ground.
Notice how he's talking about policy, and what do you guys think Donald Trump is talking about right now? Crowd sizes, McDonald's, one of those.
We've had the biggest rallies in history of any country. And every rally's full. You don't have any seats that are empty. You don't have anything. We've had.
This dude is constantly yapping about himself. You know, there was a Trump ad that popped up the other day because YouTube just shows me Trump ads a lot. You guys probably get them too. And literally the Trump ad started off with like, they're all targeting me. They're going after me. And it just came in stark contrast to the last VP Harris ad that I saw, because VP Harris ads are always like, we're going to help you. We're for the average American. All of Donald Trump's ads are about himself. Himself, nothing else. It's very, very telling. We got Michelle Obama out there giving a great speech as a surrogate. Kathy, thank you so much for the donation.
But thankfully, there are a lot of good reasons for us to still have hope, y'all. Because, as Kamala said the other night,
thank you, Jay Marie.
It doesn't have to be this way, y'all. In this election, we have the chance to start moving beyond this decade of dangerous upside-down thinking, beyond the constant buzz of rancor and hate, and build the work, do that work of building a more vibrant and inclusive America. Yet we can do that only if we elect a president who has all of our best interests at heart.
Kira, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means more than you know. So much. Thank you.
Someone with the character and strength and intellect to lead us through all the very real challenges we face. Someone who can ignite the open, inclusive spirit of the next generation. Someone who can reaffirm all those things we tell them, that everyone is important, that the future is something not to be feared but embraced. And we can do that only if we do everything we can these last 3 days to make sure that the next person sitting in the Oval Office is our friend, Kamala Harris.
Let's go. WJK, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sharon. This is amazing. Sharon, thank you so much. Both Sharons, 2 different Sharons. I am so excited, y'all. With 3 days to go, I'm not going to lie, this morning I was pretty nervous, but some of these polls coming in give me a lot of confidence. And the fact that I just saw at least 200 people in chat who voted blue in Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania. Statistically, we have at least a few hundred people in this chat in swing states, and we as a community, this community that we're building, it could sway the election. I mean, not us in particular, but it all matters. It all matters. Margie Z, thank you so much. Nancy, I appreciate that more than you know. And Rebecca, let's dig in a little bit more. Let's refresh this, oh my God. I just refreshed the prediction page of predictit.com, and Kamala Harris gained some more points. Broke Johnny live, thank you so much. I could not have made it through this election cycle without you guys, but it's not over. After this, we're going to double down on the videos. Angel, Dawn, thank you guys so much. You guys, did you guys see that when I refreshed? Kamala Harris went up 1 point. Oh, why does this keep prompting to come up? You guys are the best. Thank you, Red Wolf. Thank you, Julie. Check out Polymarket. 53.4 Trump, 46.7 Kamala. Oh no, it's unchanged. Maybe it refreshed when I would switch pages. But I mean, yeah, Polymarket is totally swapping. Did I get, yeah, we watched this. Sorry, we looked at this earlier. So, 3 days ago, on October 30th, Donald Trump had a 67% chance of winning. It has now dropped down to a 53% chance due to polling. Do you guys see this dip? And this is before Kamala Harris goes on SNL. She's going on SNL off the back of that. Wow, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for this. And thank you guys for being here this whole election cycle. Red Wolf, thank you. Julie. Melanie says, I'm an elder millennial, and my sister-in-law is your age. I love seeing your generation be so passionate about this election. I'm telling you, Melanie, Gen Z is actually going to sway this election. Well, women in Gen Z. Joyous, thank you so much. Dawn, welcome to Mockler's Mafia. Susan, Vaughn. Let's keep breaking this down. What website is this? This is Polymarket. You don't want to go on Polymarket because it's a prediction website. You can't even do it if you're in America. But this is a betting market with millions and millions of dollars. Actually, I think it has a total of $1 billion in it. It says it somewhere, but let's just say this betting market has a total of $1 billion in it. That means Kamala Harris gaining 10%, if you can see right here, or Trump losing 10%. That's like $100 million. People are pulling out. MAGA is absolutely panicking. Has this changed 538? It's still a 50-50 coin flip. Let's scroll down and see what Iowa says in 538. Iowa is unchanged. Thank you guys. Nina, my caregiver left suddenly. I am physically disabled with a degenerative disability. Voted by mail, practicing on other paper to write by hand because the disability took that ability. Vote y'all. Thank you so much for voting, Nina. You guys have no excuses not to vote. Nina is making it happen. Let me read that one more time. That's beautiful. My caregiver left suddenly. I am physically disabled with a degenerative disability. I'm sorry about that. Voted by mail. Voted by mail, practicing on other paper to write by hand because the disability took that ability. Vote y'all. Those are the types of stories we're here for. Let me screenshot that so I don't miss it. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Catherine. Peaches, thank you. A Lumpy Horse. Perseverance, CB. Thank you, Karen and Allison. How have you guys been liking this coverage over the past few weeks? It's been absolutely a ride, right? All right, let's go back to breaking down some of these live articles. Whoa. Why am I at the breaking news from 2 weeks ago when Eminem appeared with... Trump no longer leads in state he carried twice, according to new Iowa poll. This is the breaking news when I pull up CNN. Allison, thank you. Karen, thank you. C. Marie, I appreciate that more than you know. Donna. Quill, Iowa young voters, please vote blue. And what we have heard... What early voting signals... I saw some tweet earlier that showed that young voters have already broken Iowa's record by 140%. Let me find this. Santiago Mayor, friend of the show, said, for what it's worth, young voters in Iowa are outperforming our early vote benchmarks by 140%. Now, I wanted to say, if I'm going to be 100% honest, which I should be, I don't see Kamala winning Iowa on election night. I don't think Kamala is going to win Iowa by 3 points. I would love to be wrong, but that's a little bit of a stretch. What I do think is that this poll is indicative of a broader shift among Americans or among women in America, elderly women, and that seems to be the consensus on Twitter. Almost all of the pollsters that I respect are saying, hey guys, Kamala's not going to come in and sweep Iowa. But that being said, Kylie McKenzie, has everyone seen the Harrison Ford? You guys have all seen the Harrison Ford endorsement. Or should we play that really quickly? That is some good stuff. Aaron on a bike, thank you. Tiffany, thank you. Our lives matter. Voted blue all the way for the lives of our future generation. On behalf of all those who are discriminated against, we choose love over hate. Polls are wrong. How is Nevada looking? I don't know if polls are completely wrong, but I just think that they're the best indicator we have right now. Play it? All right, we'll play the Harrison Ford one. Really quickly, though, I was reading something. Okay, really quickly, let's check out CNN, then let's watch Harrison Ford. 1 second. There's one page on CNN that I'm usually enjoying. Let's see. The live update page. This is some good stuff. Okay. Michelle Obama warns of the danger of a second Trump term without even naming him. Michelle Obama gave a speech tonight where she didn't even name him Trump. She didn't even have to name him, and she called him out. If this election goes the wrong way, the backwards vision of America being spewed by Kamala's opponent will infect all of our lives. Looking back, what stands out most than anything during the time is the fundamental goodness we encountered, Obama said, talking about the days her husband was the president. Trump says he will push to expand the child tax credit if reelected. Wow, copycat, copying Kamala's policies. Absolutely shameless. Let's watch this Harrison Ford video really quickly. Let me just pull this up. Boom.
Look, I've been voting for 64 years. Never really wanted to talk about it very much. But when dozens of former members of the Trump administration are sounding alarms, saying, for God's sake, don't do this again. You have to pay attention. They're telling us something important. These aren't soft people. They're governors, generals, standing up against the leader of the party they spent their lives advocating for. For many of them, this will be the first time they've ever voted for someone who doesn't have an R next to their name, because they know this really matters. The truth is this: Kamala Harris will protect your right to disagree with her about policies or ideas, and then, as we have done for centuries, we'll debate them, we'll work on them together, and we'll move forward. The other guy, he demands unquestioning loyalty, says he wants revenge. I'm Harrison Ford. I've got one vote, same as anyone else, and I'm going to use it to move forward. I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris.
That was amazing. Can we get some hype in the chat for Harrison Ford? Absolutely amazing. That is the real Harrison, not a script. Absolutely true. I do have one request from you guys as well. I keep getting comments like this. This is an amazing comment because it really showed me something. It says, quote, I've been watching you for a while now, but I didn't realize I wasn't even subscribed, but I am now. Please vote blue. And to subscribe, just click on my, go below this, and just click the subscribe button really quickly with the bell on. A lot of people don't know they're subscribed, but Harrison Ford absolutely killed that. Amazing from Harrison Ford. And we have a lot of celebrities coming out. Let me show you guys one more clip of Michelle Obama.
For so much of this election cycle.
Oh, really quickly, some donations before I fall behind. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you, Amy. Someone said, Adam, November 5th is my 52nd birthday. Happy early birthday if I don't do another live stream. I will, but if I don't get to talk to you again. I live in Vancouver, Washington, not 5 minutes away from the recently burnt ballot box. Wow. That is insane. You give me hope for our future generations. Blueberry's mom, thank you. Sorry, I got distracted by text. Matthew said, independent voter in Iowa myself, and all my friends made the right choice. Let me finish reading these. Vote blue down ballot, says Vicky. Matthew H., independent voters in Iowa and myself, all no, Kamala's the right choice. Krista says, I will say it again. If culture rejects Trump, America rejects Trump. That's gotta hurt. Absolutely. Blueberry's mom, thank you so much. Okay, I think Trump's rejection or Trump's loss, if he loses, which I hope he does, will signify a larger rejection of the MAGA movement. And that is very obvious. But on the flip side of that, a Trump victory would only embolden these very people. All of these people that I went to high school with in Indiana who are posting racist memes about VP Harris. And I know it sucks, but I still have friends on Facebook that post these memes. I'm sure some people in here have coworkers that are like that too, or old family friends or whatever. And all of these people will only feel vindicated or emboldened if VP Kamala Harris loses. Yeah, happy early birthday, November 5th. An amazing day to have a birthday. Thank you, SMF. I appreciate that more than you know. Gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, Claire. You guys are absolutely killing it today. Thank you, Slumpy Horse, C. Marie, Catherine Gutierrez. Thank you, Constantine. Let me read Amy's one more time. Amy said, Adam, November 5th is my 52nd birthday. I live in Vancouver, Washington, not 5 minutes away from the recently burnt ballot box. You give me hope for our future generations. Keep doing what you're doing. It's making a difference. Thank you so much. Listen to Michelle.
We have been inundated with voices and forces that tell us another story about who we are. The folks telling us that things may not be as they appear, that we should be suspicious of our neighbors, that military service and sacrifice is for suckers, that there's an enemy from within. See, we've had this noise buzzing in our ears for over a decade now. But at least for me, y'all, it's still not normal. It is still unsettling every time I hear someone say that the hope and pride that I feel for the country I love is misplaced, that down is up and right is wrong. My God, it's bewildering. It is dangerous. It is shameful. Now, of course, we've been battling for the soul of our democracy for a very long time. And the tactics to tear it apart are not new. Sadly, they have become more insidious, more cunning, led by a more skilled con man who is more brazen and bombastic. But this, too, is part of the great experiment that we call democracy.
It just cut out on my end for 1 second. You guys can still hear me, right? I do want to check in on the mental patient for just 1 second. I mean, now that this guy poses significantly less of a threat, it's a little bit funnier to watch this guy just melt down. And I do want to say, I don't want to get too cocky or complacent, but we have gotten some amazing data today. And Kamala Harris doesn't go on SNL for another hour and a half or an hour and 36 minutes. So you guys can all do the math depending on where you are. Or 35 minutes. Add 5 minutes and then an hour and a half. So for me, it's going to be at 10:30. So I'm still going to be live for another hour or so if you guys want to chill. What's up, Rod Wolf? Thank you so much. Means more than you know. Let's check it on the mental patient.
On you, on everybody in this room. More than $3,000 a year. Congratulate. This is the only person ever to run a campaign on the fact that I will raise your taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you, I mean, the only thing you can say is maybe they're finally honest about something, but I've been watching politics on every
The median salary in this crowd probably matches that of America. And is Kamala Harris going to raise taxes on people who make, I don't know, 60, 50 a year? I know the average salary is 44, but the median might be a little bit higher. Kamala Harris isn't trying to raise taxes on people. She has said we should maybe redistribute from the top 1%, top 0.5%.
Politician wants to lower, you want to do it. Sometimes you can't, but you want to lower taxes. She's running on a basis that I will raise your taxes. I will take, you know, I got a lot of things for you. I passed the biggest tax cut in the history of our country. And included in that is like things many things are included, many really good things, but one of them is the estate tax or the death tax.
This guy is absolutely insufferable. Rachel PDX says, thank you all Republicans who are voting blue. Country over party. Tess Larico says, keep up the excellent work. I've been enjoying your commentary. Take good care, everyone. Deborah Mason, thank you so much. I want to ask you guys a question really quickly. Now that we have in chat, let me go check. In chat, we have about 7,200 people. I want you guys to only type yes in chat. Only type yes in chat. Don't type anything yet. Only type yes in chat if you previously voted Trump. And no one's going to judge. If you previously voted Trump, but now you are voting blue, or you have already voted blue, or you have a plan to vote blue, but you were once a lifelong Republican. You once voted Trump, but now you are voting blue. Type no if you're not, but type yes. I see a lot of yeses, which right now we have a skewed sample size because we have a liberal audience most likely, or a pro-democracy audience. Look at all these yeses. I see yes, yes, yes. Yes. Obviously a lot of no's, but these yeses are amazing. The yeses are good, guys. Yes, yes. Never, never. There's no reason to say never. All the yeses are amazing. We got a lot of yeses here. That means we have a large portion of people in chat who have switched their votes, who once voted for him. Voted for Trump in 2016, but then Biden in 2020. I am a lifelong Republican voter who would never vote Trump. I left the Republican Party forever. No, never voted Republican in my life. Well, good for you, but we're looking for people who switched right now. First-time voter. How about any first-time voters in chat? That's a better question. Whoa. What just happened there? You guys, did it cut out? Sorry, everything just completely. Do we have any first-time voters? First-time blue voters. Yes, yes. If you don't even type no. There's no point in typing no if you're not a first-time voter. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. All right, we're still here. Let's check out what's going on with this guy.
You know, they lost their houses. They've lost relatives and husbands and wives. I mean, you know, a lot of people killed. Terrible. And I said to him, I said, that's the worst, and that's 99% of our effort. But just out of curiosity.
Oh my God, the Trump campaign is immediately bashing Ann Seltzer. I'm surprised they're not calling her a communist already. Joyous Choice, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Catherine Gutierrez, thank you so much. All of these donations help more than you know because, as Ben always says, Ben Mycelis, if you guys watch Midas Touch, the thing about the independent media sphere is that we have no outside investors. So CNN often has investors, always has investors. Fox News relies on investors. OAN relies on investors. MSNBC relies on investors. We rely on a pro-democracy community. Thank you, Mama Gail. Thank you, Clarity. Thank you, Kitbit. Let's read through some of these breaking new updates that tell us what's going on 3 days before the election. Then we can look at some polling if you guys want, while we're waiting for VP Harris to build off the momentum of this good polling on SNL. That is the goal. Off the momentum of all of this hype, all of this word of mouth, off the back of that, we get a great SNL appearance. Thank you, Les. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa Catherine, thank you for helping the pro-democracy sphere going. Virgo Sun Goddess, thank you so much. And by the way, if you're not able to donate, please don't. Please do not worry about it. All you have to do, guys, is just subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. It's totally free to subscribe. Trump campaign immediately bashes new poll showing that he no longer leads in Iowa, which he won twice. The Trump campaign on Saturday, today, bashed a new Iowa poll showing former President Donald Trump is no longer leading in the state. Quote, every cycle, there's one idiotic survey, Trump campaign advisor Jason Miller told reporters in Greensboro. But I already showed you guys how accurate Ann Seltzer tends to be. Let me show you guys this one more time, just so you know. This is incredibly important for everybody to understand. Here are the final Seltzer poll findings over the past few years versus the actual result. This is very important, y'all. In 2022, they predicted that the Republicans would win the Senate by 12, and Seltzer was spot on. It was Republican plus 12. In 2022, they predicted that that Trump would win the state by 7. He won by 8. That is essentially spot on. In 2020, there was a 3-point error. A 3-point error, but that's the biggest one there was, except for the gubernatorial race. But the presidential races are always so close. I just wanted to put that in perspective for you guys. This says, every cycle, there's one idiotic survey. This isn't the idiotic survey, man. There are theories that the pollsters are overcorrecting. And we could read that article in 1 second. Also, let me read you guys this Atlantic article. I'm bouncing off the walls right now because I'm so excited. But, you guys are going to be absolutely mind blown. Did anybody read this Atlantic article? Inside the ruthless, restless final days of the Trump campaign? Did anybody read this or see this in my video? You guys are about to be mind blown by what I'm about to read. Diva, thank you so much. You guys are so helpful. Beth B, thank you so much. Annette Blocker. I can't thank you guys enough for being here this election cycle with me. Okay, so I see a few yeses. I'm seeing a lot of no's. Someone said gay. Someone said, I read it. Hilarious. Send the link to the article. I can do that. Give me 1 second. Let me link the article, and then let's read it. You guys are the best. Catherine Gutierrez, thank you. Joyous, thank you. Nancy, thank you. Kira Dawson, thank you. And if you can't donate, please don't. That's the last thing I would ever want if it's something that, yeah, that you're not able to do. But, okay, inside the ruthless, restless final days of Trump's campaign. This is some wild stuff, y'all. Sarah says, thank you, Adam. What's up, Evelyn? Hi. Thank you, guys. Okay, trigger warning, there are slurs in this article that I'm going to say, but it's just me quoting Donald Trump. So don't clip me up or get the wrong impression. You guys know what I'm going for here. At the end of June, in the afterglow of a debate performance that would ultimately prompt President Joe Biden to end his campaign for re-election, Donald Trump startled his aides by announcing that he had come up with a new nickname for his opponent, Joe Biden. Quote, the guy's a retard. He's retarded. I think that's what I'll start calling him, Trump declared aboard his campaign plane en route to a rally that evening, according to 3 people on the plane who heard him make the remarks. Quote, retarded Joe Biden. He said again, this guy is an R word. He's an R word. I think that's what I'll start calling him. Retarded Joe Biden is what Donald Trump said. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing at the absurdity of somebody being so unhinged. Jared Frank, what's up? Mockler's Mafia, welcome. Grit, thank you so much. Could you guys imagine if he actually debuted that? Could you guys imagine if he actually debuted that out in public? Oh, someone just subscribed now? Hell yeah. Subscribing is free. And again, guys, I keep getting comments similar to, one second. Where did this go? Wow, I have so many tabs open. It's almost too much. I keep getting comments of people saying that they thought they were subscribed, but they weren't. But yeah, let's read this. The staffers present with Donald Trump, within hours, others who had heard about the epithet secondhand, pleaded with Trump not to say this publicly. Just to recap, guys, isn't this some wild stuff? Adam, you're doing amazing. Thank you so much. I take offense at the R word. Yeah, I mean, it's an offensive word. This is me quoting Donald Trump, so please don't be like, I'm saying you're taking offense from me. Okay, so just to recap, at the end of June, in the afterglow of the debate performance, Donald Trump decided to double down by coming up with new nicknames for Joe Biden, and they included the R word. He said, retarded Joe Biden. The staffers present, within hours, others who had heard about the epithet, pleaded with Trump not to say this publicly. They warned him that it would antagonize moderate voters who had been breaking in their direction while engendering sympathy for a politician, who at that moment was a subject of widespread ridicule. As Trump demurred, musing that he might debut the nickname at that night's rally, his staffers puzzled over the timing. Is he just trying to like make his staffers super stressed out? Is that what the goal is? Someone says, so what? R word is a legit word. So dumb. Here's the thing though. Number one, that's not the type of rhetoric anybody should use. It's offensive. But number two, a presidential candidate should be held to higher standards. You cannot, in a time of division, start using slurs like that against your political opponent. Obviously, nobody should say it, but presidents or presidential candidates should be held to a higher standard, unless you're a MAGA troll in chat. The staffers, and within hours, others, pleaded with Trump not to say this publicly. Isn't that insane? Trump was threatening, I'm going to do it, I'm going to say it at this event. Matthew H. said, as a decorated Iraq veteran, there is no way forward for our country other than to vote for Harris. I fought to protect our democracy. 2016 Trump voter, and I regret every day that decision. Honestly, man, there's absolutely no problem with making the journey to where you are today because you ended up with us. There is no better place. Thank you so much. Mama J, I wish Trump would just go away. We are close, and we have some great plans for post-election content. All right, let's keep reading this article because... One second, sorry, I kicked my microphone. I kicked my microphone really hard. Benjamin Need says, I'm drinking a seltzer water tonight here in southern Arizona. Okay. Over the next several days, Trump's aides held their breath, convinced he would debut this latest slur at any moment. This is like better than the West Wing. They came to realize something about Trump. He was restless, unhappy, and yes, tired of winning. For the previous 20 months, he'd been hemmed in by a campaign built on the principles of restraint and competence. The former president's ugliest impulses were regularly curbed by his top advisors. His most obnoxious allies and most outlandish ideas were sidelined. These guardrails had produced a professional campaign, a campaign that was headed for victory. But now, like a predator toying with its wounded catch, Trump had become bored. And this is so true. Someone in chat, JBE, said he is such a child. I was right about to say, he's such a child, but he's so juvenile that he is like me in detention. In high school, I used to get all these detentions for being late to class. I was tardy to class all the time. Something about me is that I was a terrible student in high school, which is kind of funny to think back on because I was in honors classes. I'm not dumb by any sense of the word at all, but I just hated the structure of high school. The structure of high school was so bad. So I was in honors classes that I would be late to. I got all of these detentions. And here's the thing though, when you're in detention, you get this juvenile urge to be more of a nuisance. So when I'm in detention, I would sit there on my phone. I would be putting my head down. You know, it's kind of funnier to have people that grow up. Yeah, someone said you grew up, Adam. It's kind of funnier to have a 16-year-old grow up a little bit to a 22-year-old. Yeah. I was a bad student when I was at 20. I wasn't doing spitballs. Hell no. I was never in my life an asshole. Never in my life was I an asshole in high school at all. I was the nicest kid ever, but I was late to class. I was late to class for sure. Over the next several, and also that was compounded by COVID, just so you guys know. COVID hit, I would be late to class. Classes were online. I was a bad student. I would get these detentions. I'd want to be on my phone and I'd want to be sleeping. I was never ever an asshole to anybody like Trump would be. I was a very, very nice kid. I was liked by a lot of people. But that being said, I still see that juvenile urge. And someone said I actually was like that. I wrote friends' papers for them because I was bored. What 16, 17-year-old wasn't bored in high school? Come on. I mean, a lot of you guys are probably good students. But back to this article, sorry. Over the next several days, as Trump's aides held their breath, convinced he would debut his latest slur at any moment, they came to realize something about Trump. He was restless, unhappy, and yes, tired of winning. For the previous 20 months, he had been hemmed in by a campaign built on restraint. Trump never did deploy the nickname against Biden in public, yet the restiveness he felt during that stretch of the race foretold a dramatic shift in tone and the tenor of the race. Let's check out some clips from Trump.
No, but it's a very serious thing. It's only good for one thing. It's horrible. It may be a depression. It's only good for one thing. You know what the one thing is? If you are running for office against the idiots that cause this problem. If you're running for office, it's very good. No, but it's a very...
Someone said I was a teacher's pet. I showed up late to the class, but I showed up early to the polls. I voted like 4 or 5 days ago. I voted a few days ago. Did I tell you guys my story at the voting station? Really quick, you guys are going to get mad that I keep pausing this article or these videos, but I went to the voting station, early voting station. I was by far the youngest person there. Everybody else was a lot older than me, and the line got stuck for a while, so it went outside because it was a small fire department. The line got stuck. We're all standing there, and someone said, you got detention at home? No, I got detention at school. We were all standing there in line, and people were looking at me, blah, blah. You could tell everybody's wondering who everyone else is going to vote for. And I said, there must be an undecided voter waiting in there, or still figuring out, just figuring out who they're going to vote for. And everyone around me thankfully laughed. The joke landed. But back to this Twitter feed. Tammy May, thank you so much. Helena, thank you so much. I am so absolutely glad that we are avoiding this. Antonio Brown and Elon Musk. Why are these people boosting each other? Isn't Antonio Brown like absolutely brain rotted? Isn't Antonio Brown like actually crazy at this point? I'm not even just being hyperbolic. Like, hasn't he gone off the rails? And Elon Musk is just like quote tweeting him with fire. Oh, you guys want to finish this article? Let me read a few more. In conversations with nearly a dozen of Donald Trump's former aides, advisors, and friends, it became apparent that Trump's feeling of midsummer tedium marked a crucial moment in his political career. Of course, what this is saying is that Trump felt very restless halfway through his campaign because he was being very disciplined for a while. Disciplined, we'll say. And then after the National Association of Black Journalists, he went off the rails. Joanne Sterling says, keep up the great work. Thank you. Thank you so much. Krista Hines, our ballots were received on our daughter's B-Day. That is amazing. Adam, great work. You have made a difference in this stressful time. Thank you so much. If I could make anybody a little bit less stressed, that is amazing. Because it's a stressful cycle, but we're all in this together. At the center of the tumult, people close to Trump agreed, is a candidate whose appetite for chaos has only grown. Yes, Kamala Harris is going on SNL in an hour and 17 minutes, I believe. An hour and 17 minutes she's going on SNL. I'll probably be live until then, or at least for the next hour if you all want to chill and focus on some of the polls as they come in. Let's check out what's going on my Twitter feed. Or at least as far as politics. Oh my God. Will Stansel posted LMAO, and it's all of the betting markets. Look at this, y'all. This is Polymarket. Oof. What website is this? Oh, Kalshi. Oof. Ooh. Lord have mercy. What is SNL? Saturday Night Live. I'm assuming are you not from America? This is some good stuff. Should I ask my MAGA or should I bet some of my MAGA friends on the election, or is that getting too cocky? Because then I'm gonna be too egotistically tied to it on election night, because my ego will be tied to my friends. Or yeah, I don't know. Someone said I put $50 on Harris. Someone said no. Someone said yes. I mean, $20 wouldn't be bad, but it's not even about the $20. It's not about the $20. It's about the ego. No, don't do it. Don't get cocky. Yes. No. Yes. No. You know, this is the comment right here. Too cocky, stay professional. Yeah, as somebody with a platform, I can't just be like betting and shit. Like, it's just not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to do. Right here, stay classy. Yeah. And by the way, I was talking like $10. I'm not talking about some people in chat are saying, "Oh, someone bet $100 on blue." Damn. If you have it, donate it. Trust me, I've been donating the money. I've been donating a lot of money to Kamala. You're better than that, Adam. No, it's not that. It's not like, no, you guys are being dramatic. Putting $20 on a campaign with my MAGA friends from high school who are posting racist memes, that's just a game. It's just for fun. But this is amazing right here. You guys see everything flipping. Let's check out what's going on Twitter. I'm going to retweet this. Wayne, thank you so much. Keep it professional. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Noah, friend of the show, Noah says, "Dear Harris campaign, I'm begging you to hold a rally with Tim Walz in Iowa." Someone bet $200. Wow. Adam, I'm still nervous. Yeah, we gotta go vote. Yeah, stay professional. Yeah, see, the only reason I want to put a $20 bet is because I want my MAGA friends to really feel the burn, because they're posting some wild stuff. Not friends, but people I went to high school with a few years back.
Making sure that we are caring for those who are caring for others. It's okay, y'all. Democracy can be complicated. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy... ARO, thank you for the donation. Yeah, I'm not betting a single dollar. We've got a good thing going here. I showed you guys this earlier. I don't want you guys to get cocky, but most of you guys have voted, so I'll just show this for you. The 2024 election results, if every state shifts as much as the Seltzer poll thinks Iowa did, which the Seltzer poll is probably a little bit of an outlier, but man, this would be a blowout. And thinking about it, doesn't this make more sense than what we've been experiencing? Doesn't this line up more with our reality? We have a convicted felon running for office. A convicted felon who tried to coup the effing government. This is what the map should look like. I don't think we get Blexus or Florida. But I do think we get Wisconsin or Michigan. That would be awesome. Nah, don't get your guys' hopes up. Why would you guys even show this to me? I'm just joking. I'm the one that pulled it up in the first place. Here is Fox News. Or no, is this Fox? I'm sure Fox News had to report, right? This was the guy on Point Politics. Check this out, y'all. Okay, so this Trump supporter on Twitter. Check this out. This guy right here. This has to be a meme guy. He has his own election model. Let me find this. Okay, this guy said a while ago, guys, check this out, everybody. This MAGA supporter said, in 45 minutes, we will see the results of the Ann Seltzer poll. No one has gotten the poll leaked to them. He then said in the replies, you do realize this has been a relatively accurate Iowa poll, right? He is being snarky. You do realize this has been a relatively accurate poll. Then we see, welp, she's ruined her reputation. He then says, are you effing kidding me? You're such a slimy little D-head. He is then saying, Atlas Intel coming out to save the day. He then said, Ann, you're an embarrassment. Was the Diddy paycheck really worth it? This guy. Was the Diddy paycheck really worth it? This was only hours after correcting other people. Absolutely hilarious.
Oh, he's totally retracted his statement, like, weak people always do. They retract their statements. But he was hit.
What kind of source does this guy have? 4 hours ago. Seltzer is about to drop Kamala +3. Source, major campaign surrogate. Not joking. Mark my words. Wow. Polling USA says, I'm calling it. She's winning on Tuesday night. We cannot get too cocky with this, but this is great. This is amazing. We checked predicted about an hour ago. Okay, VP Harris, I think she lost 1 cent on predicted maybe. But this is still amazing. VP Harris takes the lead on predicted. Beautiful to see the same on Polymark, or not that she takes the lead, but beautiful to see this. Oh, that's my new iPhone screensaver. Live updates from CNN. Trump calls himself the father of fertilization. Former President Donald Trump called himself the father of IVF. What an absolute weirdo. No wonder women across the country are rejecting this effing lunatic. Jeez. I mean, no wonder. Do you guys want to dig in a little bit to the Seltzer polls, to the actual... here, let me show you guys what it says on here. Just so we're all on the same page. Let me scroll down a bit to show you guys the exact switch that we had. Or we can just summarize it as we go down. Kamala Harris now leads Donald Trump in Iowa. Well, I guess first. Okay. Here's what we need to do to lay the groundwork. On Wikipedia, Ann Seltzer is described as an American political pollster who is the president of the Des Moines, Iowa polling-based firm Iowa-based polling firm Seltzer and Company. Her polls of Iowa have had a reputation for being highly accurate. Her polls have a rep for being highly accurate based on their performance in major elections from 2008 through 2020. She has been described as the best pollster in politics. The best pollster in politics came out with her final Iowa pollster, and this reads, Kamala Harris now leads Donald Trump in Iowa, a startling reversal for Democrats and Republicans who have all but written off the state's presidential contest as a certain Trump victory. A new Des Moines Register Mediacom Iowa poll shows VP Harris leading former President Donald Trump 47% to 44% among likely voters just days before the high-stakes election. The results follow a September poll that showed Trump with a 4-point lead over Harris and a June poll showing him with an 18-point lead over Biden. Holy shit. Holy shit. Number one, I love all 7,000 of you. Make sure you're subscribed below. A lot of people keep saying they keep getting unsubscribed. They think they're subscribed. Do you guys see this as well? President Biden was down by 18 points. Then, in June, Kamala Harris was down by 4 points. Now she's up by 3. Ann Seltzer herself said, quote, it's hard for anybody to say they saw this coming, said pollster Ann J. Seltzer. Thank you, Wendy, so much. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Will. Sorry if I missed any donations. I've been very occupied. Thank you, Mama Golf. Thank you, Choi, for the gifted memberships. Thank you, Philip and Olga. Y'all are the best. Hell yeah. Okay. So the poll shows that women, particularly those who are older or politically independent, are driving the shift for Harris. Older women and politically independent women are the ones driving the shift. Someone said, let's keep it classy because I said the word shit. Age and gender are the two most dynamic factors that are explaining these numbers, Seltzer said. And right here we can see the shift of likely Iowa voters from Joe Biden having a massive gap to there being a close. Kamala Harris is on SNL in 1 hour and 7 minutes, y'all. I'll be your timer. 1 hour and 7 minutes. Maybe that person's parents are watching the stream. Maybe there's a family watch along going on, and that's a dad saying, keep it classy, because they have like little children watching. Santa's not real, y'all. Independent voters who had consistently supported Trump in the lead up to this election now break for Harris. That's driven by the strength of independent women who backed Harris by a 28-point margin. Harris or its camps. Yeah, we'll all be in the same gulag together at least. We can have like movie nights in the gulag. I love your channel. Thank you so much. Our 5-year-old listens to unabridged Mockler. Wow. Your 5-year-old puts you onto my stuff? You got to restrict your 5-year-old's internet access a bit if that's true. Your 5-year-old's like deep in political content on YouTube? Damn. Similarly, seniors who are 65 and older favor Harris. That's new. That is absolutely new. Well, seniors were actually moving towards Biden. Let me see the exact numbers. Brian Shalito, yo, what is up? I believe Trump narrowly won with seniors last election. I believe. But now, at least in Iowa, Harris is up with people 65 and older. I'm assuming people who have seen 15 peaceful transfers of power every 4 years, or 20 peaceful transfers of power, whatever you want to say, are gonna want to rely on the peaceful transfer of power, or at least value it more so than somebody who's 20 years old. So that shows why senior voters who are 65 and older favor Harris, but senior women support Harris by more than a 2-to-1 margin. Yo, that is insane. Senior women support Harris by more than a 2-to-1 margin. I'm 61, have always been a Democrat. You know, I saw all the people in chat earlier saying they were lifelong Democratic voters, and I absolutely love that. But what got me more excited almost, and you guys can understand why, is when people in chat were saying that they were lifelong Republicans who switched. Now that's a good sign right there. Linda Marshall, a 79-year-old poll respondent from Cascade, Iowa, said, quote, I like her policies on reproductive health and having women choose their own health care, and the fact that I think she will save our democracy and follow the rule of law. Hell yeah. And you guys know my career started in Iowa. I grew up in Indiana, go to school in Chicago, so my career started in Iowa. And let me show you guys this Iowa voter I talked to. MAGA debates. What happened? Let me scroll down. One of my first, all of my early videos were in Iowa. This was an Iowa voter.
I was a Trumper. But
Iowa voter who changed his mind, but he's a little bit confused. Take a look.
I was a Trumper, but I think it's time to change. I'm just kind of tired of his attitude. I think he's in it for himself a little bit.
What do you think about Donald Trump being charged with conspiracy to defraud the United States?
I personally think it's a witch hunt.
You think so?
Yeah. I think they'll do anything to get rid of him because they don't like him. And I don't like the way it's going.
Do you know what he's being accused of exactly?
Well, conspiracy or just,
There's another charge. Basically what they're accusing him of is gathering fake electors to try to certify the results in his favor in multiple states. He also called Georgia asking him to flip the results of the election.
Right.
Do you think there's any truth in that? You did say he's all for himself. So.
I think he probably did.
So
in a roundabout way.
So if he did it, then don't you think he should be prosecuted?
Well, if they have proof, yes.
So it's not quite a witch hunt. They're just trying to gather the proof and stuff, basically.
Right.
Interesting. Did you catch
That was a long, long road, and there's still more.
Pence's speech?
No.
Are you a fan of Mike Pence?
No.
Why not?
Because he was with Donald Trump, and I think he's unloyal.
You think he's unloyal to Donald Trump?
Yeah.
In what way?
I think he's just, now that he's away, he's badmouthing. Why didn't he do something while he was in there?
Well, what Donald Trump wanted him to do was overturn the results of a Democratic election. And he keeps saying over there he put the Constitution over Trump. So don't you think that's a smart thing to do? Wouldn't you prioritize the Constitution over Trump?
Yes, I would. The Constitution comes first.
Okay, so these people can be inched. They can be inched there, at least. They can at least be inched to the conclusion. I wonder who this guy is voting for. That's in Iowa, by the way. That's in Iowa. I have a lot of voters in Iowa that I've talked to. Miss Betty Ray, thank you so much for the donation. Who in here watched my Newsmax interview? Or who here didn't? Type no if you didn't watch my Newsmax interview. I want to show you a clip from it because this was amazing. Oh, this was one of my best interviews I think I've done on Newsmax. We did a little debate that I want to show you guys on Newsmax. No, you didn't see the Newsmax? Oh, you guys are going to enjoy this then. I debated someone on Newsmax, and after this stream, go look up Adam Mockler Newsmax. Take a check.
Why didn't you
notice how in this Trump... Oh, wait. Watch this TikTok snippet that went a little bit viral. You guys are going to love this Newsmax appearance. A lot of you guys missed it. Wow.
Why didn't he do that his first 4 years, though? Why didn't he already do that? I can put the same question
because
back
he
to
was
you.
actually.
So basically, I went into Newsmax, and it turned into a 3v1.
Do that his first 4 years, though. Why didn't he already do that? I can put the same question back
because
to
he
you.
was actually creating a foundation,
in 2018, the largest tax cut in modern American history.
And
he created such a good foundation that 92% of his advisors turned on him. All of his closest generals turned on him. He lost his vice president. What kind of person builds a foundation that they have to completely restart fresh their next administration? I mean, Brylan, can you tell me why Mike Pence isn't his VP anymore?
Adam, I appreciate you asking the questions, but I'm going to take the reins back since we're the hosts.
But also, I want to respond to something Brylan said really quickly because I was at Trump's Madison Square Garden rally. I go to these rallies and I have very respectful conversations with Trump's biggest supporters, and there is one common theme among all of them, and it's that none of them can name a single economic policy from Trump. So when it comes to VP Harris, she has a housing plan for people like Brylan and I, first-time home buyers, so we get a tax incentive. When it comes to the child tax credit, a $6,000 child tax credit, not a giveaway, but an incentive for people to build families. Also an incentive for small businesses to start up with a tax deduction. And I don't know if this is loud, but I'd like to pose the question to Brylan. Can you name a single economic policy that Trump has for Gen Z? Just a single policy.
Well, first, let me say to that, why hasn't she done it? Why has she not encouraged
She's not the president?
The president. Yeah, well, she has lunch with the president at least once a week, hopefully more than once a week, and she could be encouraging these policies. She hasn't done that.
She's not Biden.
She's been on an economic task force at the White House.
Okay, so this kid yaps for a minute and doesn't give me an answer, and the worst part is they begin to gaslight me.
Wow, that
really
was
quickly, I want to ask you one more time. Can you name a single policy? Can you name one single policy? Because you completely didn't answer my question. Is it the tariffs?
I think he did, actually, Adam. I think he named quite a number of policies.
But also President Trump.
They were gaslighting me. Keep in mind, this was at like 6 in the morning. I had to like wake up and roll out of bed and just do this. A Newsmax interview. I knew it was going to be a 3v1, so I was ready. I was ready for the 3v1, and I enjoyed it. I want to do more like that. They don't know any policies. This kid tried to name the Small Business Administration or something like that. Small Business Act, literally made way before Trump. It's been so nice watching these odds just shift all night. Oh, it went back up like 1 percentage point for Trump, but that's okay. It's been so nice watching these shift all night. Let's head back over and see what the live updates on CNN say. Walz plays up historic stakes of Tuesday's election during final Arizona stop. VP Harris is going to visit SNL off the back of some amazing polling today. This could be a big, big win. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz made the final campaign pitch to Arizona voters. You know, why don't we just go check it out on the Kamala HQ account?
We know in Arizona, a vote or two per precinct could be what it takes to win the whole damn race for the country.
Type in AZ in chat if you're from Arizona. Type in AZ in chat, and if you voted, make sure you type AZ. I voted. I want to know.
And all of you, the older folks will get this. Younger folks, trust me, there'll come a day. Someday you're going to be sitting on that porch. You're going to be in that rocking chair. And a little one's going to come up to you after been in school where they've been studying the 2024 election. And they're going to ask, when everything was on the line, and the American experiment was on the line, and there was somebody running who asked to be a dictator and to overturn the Constitution and talk about using the military against our own people. What did you do to stop that from happening? And you're going to be able to say, every damn thing we could. Every damn thing we could.
Boom. I counted at least 30 people in here, at least 30 people in Arizona who voted, which means that we actually have a tangible impact on the election. If our channel, the channel that we've all built together, not just my channel, but our channel, this community, if we can use this leverage we have to mobilize people, yo, that's pretty big. Especially if I'm able to directly show you guys a video of Tim Walz in Arizona while there are voters in Arizona watching this. It's like we're doing a mobilization. I'm gonna start live streaming a lot more over the next few days. If you guys are down to stick on this live stream with me, let's see what the orange lunatic's up to.
You know who comes from the insane asylums? You know who it is, right? They always give me a hard time. Hannibal Lecter, the great Hannibal Lecter. You know the press to show you how bad they are? I'm talking about insane asylums, and then I'm talking about Hannibal Lecter.
I absolutely loathe everything this guy stands for. Let's watch a comparison of Donald Trump in 2015 versus 2024. There's a noticeable difference. Wow. Ray Rafati, thank you so much. Check out this noticeable difference, guys. Oh, I'm still getting Arizonas in chat. We at least have 50 Arizonans in chat. At least 50, I'd say. If you statistically do the math, we probably have about 100 people in Arizona chat. Make sure you guys go vote. Also, if there's 100 people in chat from Arizona and everybody has 3 family members they take to the polls, do the math.
When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us, at our stupidity. And now they're beating us economically. They are not our friend, believe me. But they're killing us economically. The U.S. has become a dumping ground for everybody else's problems.
This dude doesn't have the ability. He doesn't have the physical ability to project his voice in the same way anymore. And again, don't think any of this is me praising Donald Trump in 2015, but 2015 Donald Trump was able to say words fully. He's able to say, economically, we are getting killed economically.
Are the best and the finest. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best.
Now let's check out how he sounds today.
Tammy,
or is a few days ago.
Nobles. 2 years ago, Tammy's 20-year-old daughter, Kayla Hamilton, who had an autism diagnosis, was found raped, tied up and strangled to death.
This is the grim. Everything he talks about is so depressing. I mean, this is terrible, but...
With a telephone cord in her home, Kayla's murderer was an illegal alien, MS-13 gang member, among the most vicious gangs anywhere in the world. I took him out by the thousands, thanks to ICE. We're going to protect ICE. Kamala wanted to defund ICE. This year, we didn't have ICE. We'd never get it.
Why is he always so grim? Let's see if he's a little bit more cheerful in this next clip in the feed. I'm sure he'll be more cheerful in this next clip.
Earlier this year, an illegal alien that Kamala Harris released into our country brutally stabbed a man in the back and the face, all over his body, in an attempted robbery in Louisiana. The week before, he raped a 14-year-old girl with a knife to her throat.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at what he's saying. I'm just laughing at like the setup of the joke. I'm not laughing at what he's saying. It's just funny because I was like, there's no way the next thing can be more grim. And he begins talking and it's like the worst thing possible.
Anybody out? They're tough and they're smart and they love our country.
He's all doom and gloom. Exactly. Genuinely, every single time Donald Trump takes the stage, he is talking trash about America, saying that we are a dumping ground.
A little lighthearted humor about a very unfunny subject. And they always go, he always brings up Hannibal Lecter. What does that have to do? It has to do with the fact that these are the kind of people coming into our country from insane asylums. That's what.
It's just funny now. This guy is funny. Make him stop. That's funny. Someone said you're laughing at child rape. Yeah, that's... Ray, thank you so much. Kathy, Quen, thank you so much. Damn. That MAGA troll in chat, if you want to talk about child rape, then let's talk about this story. Listen to the Jeffrey Epstein tapes. I was Donald Trump's closest friend. Okay, these MAGA trolls spamming stuff in chat. Explosive tapes recorded by the author Michael Wolff show Epstein claiming he liked to Trump liked to F his friends' wives and first slept with Melania on the Lolita Express. Kathy, thank you so much. Former Azerbaijan here. Sorry, Arizonan here. Donald Trump is always saying Azerbaijan, but I think that was Assyrian. I have flipped 5 family and friends, red voters, to blue this election by sharing your videos, by being relentless of the importance of blue down ballot voting. Kathy, thank you so much. Let me take a screenshot of this, Kathy. That is what we are talking about. Based as hell. Art Rees, thank you so much. Jeffrey Epstein described himself as Donald Trump's closest friends. The orange loser. Hell yeah. Janet Lopez, thank you so much. Jeffrey Epstein has described himself and Donald Trump's Jeffrey Epstein described himself as Donald Trump's closest friend and claimed intimate knowledge of his proclivity for sex, including cuckolding his best friends, according to recordings obtained exclusively by the Daily Beast. You guys are getting a raunchy stream tonight. I said the R word earlier because I was quoting Donald Trump inside the plane, and now we're talking about Trump being a cuck. Epstein spoke at length about Trump with the author Michael Wolff in August of 2017, 2 years before being found dead in his jail cell under Trump's administration, might I say. Someone said cuckolding, it means you like to watch your wife have sex with other men. I don't know if I believe that about Donald Trump. We've had one report of this and it just came out now, but I do believe that Donald Trump was with Jeffrey Epstein on all of this.
It's all right. It's all right.
Kamala Harris got interrupted by protesters again today.
Making sure that we are caring for those who are caring for others. It's okay, y'all. Democracy can be complicated. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. This is what democracy looks like.
Oh, we played this clip earlier. That was her getting interrupted. And she says, this is what democracy looks like. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's like, go smack the hell out of that person, you know. Midas Cheryl, what's up? Thank you so much. Tom DeRippa is one of the Discord mods. Can you pass him a wrench? Absolutely. He slept with his friends' wives, is the rumor that I've heard. Yep. Wow.
I'm not supposed to say this. You know, I'm going to be like the...
Trump after seeing the Iowa polling, according to Jack.
Because I'm not supposed to say this. You know, I'm going to be like the fake news. They're saying it's very close. It's really not very close. Based on what's been happening, it's not so close. We're leading in all 7 swing states, as you probably know.
That definitely sounds like a man who's leading. He can barely even speak. Definitely sounds like a man who's leading.
Based on what's been happening, it's not so close. We're leading in all 7 swing states.
He does not sound like it at all. Really quickly, now that we're getting close to the election, I'm going to be relentlessly checking out some polling. In Pennsylvania, it is now a 50-50 race. Yo, that is really good. Yesterday, Trump had a 55% chance of winning in Pennsylvania. Let's check out what new polls got added to the aggregate. Marietta, love your personality and videos. Thank you so much. Thank you guys all for being here with me. It means more than you possibly could ever imagine. We have Trump +2 in Pennsylvania. Balanced out by a Harris +2, then Trump +2, then even, then Harris +2, Harris +3, Harris +1. I mean, that's a string of great polls. All it's saying is that this is a coin flip, a genuine coin flip. Let's check out Wisconsin. Harris wins Wisconsin 57 times out of 100. Let's go. You guys will all be here for a massive election night stream, right? Can we break like 20K live viewers doing some election night stuff? I think we could have a personality-filled stream where we pull Michael Cohen in, we pull Noah in, we have an amazing... What about a segment where we have Michael Cohen and Noah at the same time, and Michael Cohen has to try not to cuss in front of 12-year-old Noah for 20 minutes? You guys think Michael Cohen could not say one cuss word for 20 minutes on election night? I don't see it happening. I think he drops some. I think he drops one cuss word. No, impossible. He can't do it. You guys are funny. Absolutely not. Wouldn't that be funny? We're all in on the joke, and we're all just sitting here watching Michael Cohen try to navigate around this conversation with Noah. And this is all in good fun. I love Michael Cohen, of course. But look at all these good, okay, we were looking at Wisconsin, not Pennsylvania. In Wisconsin, Kamala Harris has had some good polls by high-quality pollsters. I'll be cussing on election night, someone said in chat. Yeah, we'll be having an adult election night stream. I'll be cussing on election night. Maybe we have a drink on election night. I don't know. I mean, after a crazy election cycle, that's the least we could do. Let's check out Michigan right here. Harris wins Michigan 60 times out of 100. Trump wins Michigan 40 times out of 100. That's pretty good. I mean, guys, that's like statistically indifferent from not that very different from a coin flip. 60-40 is not very different from a coin flip, but I'd rather us have 60 than Trump have 60. Pennsylvania. We already checked out Pennsylvania. Georgia. Okay, Trump wins 62% of the time in Georgia. Again, not too different from a coin flip, but that's not what we want to see. Caroline, thank you so much. Keep doing the good work. Nevada for Kamala. Let's watch some of my interactions from the Madison Square Garden Trump rally. You guys want to see the Madison Square Garden Trump rally? Let me show you guys some of these. Where did this video go?
What happens if Donald Trump loses?
I don't think it'd be good for the country. I have a feeling that people aren't going to be friendly this time.
Do you think Kamala can win legitimately?
No. No way. Not with only like 36, 38%.
What happens if Trump loses?
It's America. It's a democracy. I do what, I hope then Kamala does the right thing. I want Trump to win.
I respect that so much. We're America. We can
I'm not going to...
not going to go to the Capitol and riot. Yeah.
I am not going to do that, no.
Yeah.
Democrat, Republic, or fascism. That's how you vote.
Democratic, Republic, wait, which one's fascism?
Fascism?
Not us.
Democrat.
You think Kamala's a socialist?
She's definitely a socialist. She's a communist.
A communist?
Yes, and I'm here for the smaller rally down the street, just to set the record straight.
Okay, this guy has a good sense of humor. You got to give him this one, right?
No, she was actually ranked the #1 most socialist person in the country for 10 years in a row.
This is not true whatsoever. Watch what happens when I ask him to name a socialist policy that Kamala has. Dapper, thank you so much. Watch what he says when I ask him.
And they removed her from the list when she was nominated for presidency.
Wow.
So
what's her most socialist policy?
I don't know, that's a good question. Quick, your turn.
I don't know.
He asks his wife, the alpha males of the Republican Party, asking his wife. You guys gotta admit, that was a funny moment though earlier when the Trump supporter says, I'm here for the smaller rally. Like, do you give that one to him, even though he's a Trump supporter? I almost feel like you have to.
Really quickly, what's your name first?
I'm Craig.
Craig.
Kathy.
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 Kathy. Two Kathys. So,
my daughter.
Is your name Kathy as well?
No, it's Anne Marie.
Okay. So, John Kelly and I think one other person corroborated the story that Trump said he wants German generals, but
someone said, nope, you don't give Trump supporters anything. Come on.
One thing that worried me is when Trump was asked about it, he said, I fired John Kelly because he was a weak general. And I feel like in my mind, that almost confirmed it because you're firing generals for not being loyal enough. Do you think that Trump values loyalty above merit sometimes?
No. There's a difference between weakness and what you just said.
Who would want somebody on their team that isn't loyal? I mean, it just flipped the question. I mean,
no, that is very, very true. But the thing that happens with Trump is, like, I'm pretty sure 80% of the people that worked with him during his first term have come out against him now. And we can look at Mike Pence. That's the obvious one. We can look at Mark Meadows, was his lawyer. Maybe they weren't unloyal to Trump. Maybe Trump is the one. You know, have you ever heard the phrase where if you meet one asshole in the morning, then he's an asshole? But if you're meeting assholes all day, then maybe you're the one that's being the asshole? That's how I feel about Trump, right? Maybe if he fired one person, okay, that person sucked. But when everybody around him is coming out and saying, he's bad.
That's a mischaracterization when you say everybody around him.
Sorry, okay.
That's a pretty strong word.
I didn't mean to make it that broad.
Now this guy is trying to correct my mischaracterizations, and this guy was a sweetheart. But you guys get what I'm saying there, right? Isn't that a good analogy? You guys have heard that quote where it's like, you meet an asshole in the morning, you met one asshole. But if you're meeting assholes all damn day, then the likelihood is that you're the asshole. You can apply that same thing to Donald Trump. If he fired one or two people, okay, they were bad people. When he fires everybody, damn, you got a problem.
Okay, so you know, there are people that don't agree. There are people that don't agree with you or like you. There are people that don't agree with me or like me.
I like you, sir.
All right, however, when you look
By the way, this guy was being really sweet to me before, asking me about my college major. Usually the thing is, I build a good rapport with these Trump supporters, and then they begin to like me, then I become libbed out. Then I start to push back, and by the time I'm pushing back, they already like me. So then when I start to say, hey guys, Donald Trump actually did blah, blah, blah. Donald Trump actually tried to overthrow the government. They don't go, oh, you're a lib. He's a nice guy.
at Trump and
just subscribed. Thank you, guys. Make sure you're subscribing.
And getting back to what you just asked about loyalty versus getting things done.
Then you twist the knife in. Yeah, then you go for the jugular. No, you don't twist the knife in, but you like then you're able to push back and it's a little bit more affable and they're able to at least be receptive to your ideas. Because imagine the other approach that I could be taking. I come in hot and just go, Trump is a blah, blah, blah fascist. They're not going to listen to me.
Isn't it better to have a blend? Donald Trump is a no BS, get it done kind of guy. So people aren't.
I can't believe that these are real people, though, honestly. I mean, this is a nice New York guy. We can all see that this guy probably cares about his family, but man.
Used to somebody like that. We're used to mediocrity.
Someone said, Adam, if I was gay, I'd totally be into you. I'm not. People keep asking me if I'm gay, but I'm not.
And Donald Trump is not a mediocrity type of person.
What's at stake is that we may end up like...
This guy was insufferable. This guy's so insufferable, I don't even want to watch it. But it's up on my channel. Let me show you this other one. This one is wild.
Immigrants. It was founded by settlers who came here to build the country, not bring it down.
Do you think that immigrants are good for the economy as a total?
No.
Really? Not at all?
No.
Not at all?
No.
But what
Who cares if you're gay? No, I don't care, but people ask me on every single video.
about during
Why don't you get onto the agenda? They're trying to knock out the one.
I'm gay? Hell yeah, Tiffany. Hell yeah. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention to this lady right here. This is a largely normal lady. We had a conversation before this where she was being normal, and then she begins to turn into like a race realist.
Let me tell you, this country wasn't founded by illegal immigrants. It was founded by settlers who came here to build the country, not bring it down.
Do you think that immigrants are good for the economy as a total?
No.
Really?
Did you hear what she just said, though? Did you hear what she just said? Wait, listen to this.
Let me tell you, this country wasn't founded by illegal immigrants. It was founded by settlers who came here to build the country, not bring it.
Okay, she just said... Let's break this down. This country wasn't founded by illegal immigrants. It was founded by settlers who came here to, what'd she say? To make the country better? Not tear it down. Someone said, you just said this lady was largely normal. I promise you, we had a normal conversation right before this and she turns into a freak on camera. She just said, this country wasn't founded by illegal immigrants. It was founded by settlers who came here to make the country better. Aren't settlers, by definition, illegal immigrants? Damn.
Do you think that immigrants are good for the economy as a total?
No.
Really? Not at all?
No.
Not at all?
No.
But what about during
Why don't you get onto the agenda?
This is the most calm New Yorker, by the way. This is the New Yorker with the lowest blood pressure right here.
Not at all? No. Not at all?
No.
Sorry, no offense, New Yorkers, but everyone there was very hyped up.
But what about during
Why don't you get onto the agenda? They're trying to knock out the white race.
You think so?
Oh, amen.
They're trying to replace you?
Yeah, we're trying to replace the
Who's
white race.
who's they though?
You find out who they is and come back and then you talk to
Well,
me.
you're the one that told me the.
I'm giving you information. You go do your research. Be an investigator journalist.
How do you feel when Donald Trump calls Democrats?
This lady flips it back on me. She brings up a conspiracy theorist, and I say, where'd you get that from? She says, you go find it out.
I think so.
Oh, amen.
They're trying to replace you?
Yeah, we're trying to replace the
Who's
white race.
who's they though?
You find out who they is and come back and then you talk
Well,
to
you're
me.
the one that told me the.
I'm giving you information. You go do your research. Be an investigator journalist.
How do you feel when Donald Trump calls Democrats the enemy from within or uses apocalyptic rhetoric like that?
Well, I mean, how should I feel when Democrats call Donald Trump Hitler and all of his followers?
J.D. Vance said?
Well, J.D. Vance said it, corrected the record, and stood corrected. It takes guts to admit that, right? Trump says Democrats are the enemy within. Fine. I don't think he should say that. But do you think the Democrats should say that Donald Trump is Hitler and his supporters are Nazis? And that this is a revival of the 1939 Nazi rally?
It's unfair to say that MAGA are Nazis, but I do think when people like John Kelly, a four-star general, comes out, when people like Mark Milley all corroborate the record that Donald Trump wanted German generals, and when he was pushed on that, Bismarck generals, not Bismarck generals, Hitler generals, he said, yeah, I think there's an argument there to be made where you can call this stuff out. Don't you think we should call that out at least?
Look, quite frankly, I don't believe General Kelly.
Really? A four-star? You drew Trump over Kennedy?
I don't, because all of our...
Someone said Santos is so dumb in this video. Yeah, dude, I mean, like, I expected Santos to be a lot more quick, witty, intelligent. Someone said earlier, this is the lady with the good genes. This is the lady who's getting replaced. She deserves to get replaced if this is going to be the lady that... Damn, but yeah, let's go back to the Santos debate. Oh, there's a really good clip after this.
Party like that? Do you think George Soros is like a force behind the scenes controlling everything within the Democratic Party?
Oh, he gives a lot of money to them, so what do you think? I mean, I don't have to think about that. Who's he giving money to?
Do you think it's bad that a billionaire is controlling a party like that?
In that respect, absolutely. His money is funneling to all these people that really don't deserve it. It's not. There's no meritocracy anymore, okay? There isn't.
Would you be okay if George Soros used his money and influence to buy Facebook and then use it to boost pro-Kamala information?
No, I would not be happy with that.
What if he did a giveaway where you give $1 million away to people who register in swing states?
Well, isn't that buying votes?
Isn't that buying votes?
Yeah.
What do you think about Elon Musk?
I think he's a great guy.
Really? You like him?
Yeah.
You think it's okay that he's giving away $1 million to voters in Pennsylvania?
He's not giving away millions.
He's doing a giveaway.
You know, wait.
It's just so, oh my lord. Wait. Hold up here.
Doing a giveaway. My bad.
Kamala Harris, they give away money to go vote for her.
It's not true. There's always some explanation.
Do they?
Yep. And they did it for Biden. They did it for Biden. They did it for Obama.
Don't you think it would be worrying if George Soros bought a platform like Facebook and then used that platform to only boost pro-Kamala messages in the algorithm, therefore trying to...
He did that. He did that.
Do you think that's bad?
It's always a whataboutism. And you know, RSBN, the right-wing news network, Right Side Broadcast Network, I believe it stands for, they were about to interview me. They were about to interview me at this rally, and I had this perfect dialogue tree in my head. I was gonna go up to the right-wing network and be like, you know, I absolutely hate billionaires in politics. George Soros keeps trying to influence our elections with his money, keeps trying to buy votes, buy platforms, and persuade minds, or change minds. He's trying to put chips in people's brains. And then I was going to be like, wait a minute, did I say George Soros? I meant Elon Musk. But then as I was about to do the interview, I think she saw the microphone on my shirt, because I always have a microphone clipped to my shirt. She gave me a weird look. This microphone. I should have just removed the microphone. She gave me a weird look and she says, wait, are you here alone? And I said, yeah. I lied to her. I said, yeah. And she said, and then she walked away. It was so close. It was so close. The only time I lie is if it's a right-wing broadcaster. That would have been so funny. But let's keep.
I think he's a great guy.
Really? You like him?
Yeah.
Terribly, and I regret it. I repent. I know politicians lie. I know these people lie.
Trump lied.
This dude is saying, I know politicians lie. You realize he's a pathological liar. George Santos is known as a pathological liar. Yo, guys, my statistics say I'm 100 subscribers away from 656,000. Scroll below and make sure you're subscribed. I keep getting comments that say, I thought I was subscribed to you, Adam, but I'm not. I got unsubscribed. I thought I was subscribed. Go subscribe right below so that you guys can be here for election night coverage. Boom, I just gained 10 right there when I refreshed. Make sure you're subscribed. If you are already subscribed, don't unsubscribe. Donald Trump is the oldest nominee for president in American history. Let's see what's going on in the HQ right now. Wait, no way this is Trump's rally in North Carolina. This is the stadium. Someone said I'm still subscribed. Okay, good. Just making sure. SNL average viewers. Let's see. Are these the recent ones? 2024, October 19th. 2024, October 12th. This is what I want to compare. While Donald Trump is giving a speech to a half-empty rally. Probably majority empty. Kamala Harris is about to go on SNL with an audience of 4.78 million people. Sometimes plus another million, I think, if I'm reading that right. Oh, someone said, oh, look at this right here. This is why we do it. Oh, this is going to be hard to zoom in on. Someone said right here, I did get unsubscribed. WTF? That's why I'm just trying to remind you guys. Sometimes it's a glitch. Sometimes it's the deep state. Sometimes George Soros tries to make me lose subscribers, Elon Musk. But no, for real, sometimes I just want to make sure that everyone's up to date and ready. Okay. No, that was George Santos. Yeah, that was Santos. We can go watch the rest of the Santos interview in a second. We've got a lot of stuff to watch in the next 30 minutes, or I could just go live tomorrow morning. Oh, someone said I just had to resubscribe. Let's go. Okay, so SNL averages The floor for SNL viewership is 4.7 million. This is the floor. 4.78 million, 5.5 million, 4.7 million. This seems to be the floor, right? About 4.7 million. But the floor is going to obviously go up when we have a presidential candidate 3 days before the election. I wish I could live stream SNL, but it might be, I'm assuming it's going to be copyrighted for me. Which it shouldn't be. So the floor is like 4.7 million viewers. That's going to be great. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is speaking to just, yeah.
Significant liar. And when you lie about something so simple, so she never worked there, but I did a little bit.
These people in the crowd just shouting like it's a participatory thing.
So she never worked there, but I did a little bit.
What did he say? She worked on the corner?
She never worked there, but I did.
He said she worked on a corner, like he's making a prostitution joke, and Trump laughs at it.
She never worked there, but I did a little bit. This place is amazing.
Oh my lord. Someone says he thinks he's a comedian on tour. Even worse. Like, it's just insane. That has to be game over, right? It has to be game over. I just can't believe. Maybe we were all tweaking out. Someone left a comment earlier that was like, wouldn't it feel really good in a week when we look back on this and we realize that we were freaking out for no reason? And I was thinking that will feel really good. Look at right here. Kamala Harris up 55. Oops. Today, Kamala Harris made a lot of ground in the polling and in the predictive markets. We are close. Someone said, I need a Valium. Don't worry. We're close. We're going to get through this. Just a few days of grinding it out. And then the pro-democracy videos continue. And they will be ramped up. Better production. More guests. Okay. Kamala Harris is on SNL in 30 minutes. So I'm going to end the stream right here so I can grab some food. So I can take out my dogs. I gotta record and do some work, some research, all of that stuff. Thank you guys for being here with me. Yo, you know what I'm thinking? I should do a live stream like every single night until the election. Maybe even like a morning live stream to check in, a nighttime live stream. Go to the channel and make sure you're subscribed, but not only that, click this notification bell. If you click next to subscribe, it says all, personalized, none, unsubscribe. Click all. And when I post a video, or if I go live, you'll get a notification that says Adam Mockler posted a video. Then you can be there on election night. But I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm just gonna cut it off now, and we'll chat tomorrow. Thank you guys. Thank all of you guys for being here. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the support. Let's kill this. The next 3 days, let's kill this. Nathan Hagar, thank you so much. Let's rip this. 3 days to go. Enjoy the SNL. I'll be live tomorrow.